Hello, beautiful children. This is Mrs. Day, and today we are talking about titles, how to properly write titles. This comes up a lot in our in-class writing because we cite so much from sources. You guys already know when you're citing from a source, you need to tell me the title of that source. When you're writing a title, you want to do it correctly. I've seen my students do this 100 different ways, okay? The title of a book sometimes will be in italics, and sometimes quotation marks, and sometimes italics, and underline, and in bold, and with quotation marks. No. You are only ever going to write a title in one of two ways, italicized or in quotation marks. I have a rule to help you remember when to do which one, and the rule comes with hand gestures. The rule is this: big works get big marks, little works get little marks. And what I mean by that is that the titles of big works get italicized and the titles of smaller works get quotation marks, okay? So big works get big marks. I'm talking about things like the titles of books, movies, plays, TV shows. Now, the title of the TV show, not the title of the individual episode. The names of newspapers, the names of magazines, titles of works of art, so like the Mona Lisa gets italicized, the titles of video games, of websites, and I didn't know this until I went to research this video, but the names of planes and trains and spacecraft get italicized. So if you were writing about the Challenger explosion, Challenger would get italicized, okay? Big works get big marks. Here are some examples. My favorite play is Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. Romeo and Juliet, italicized. Did you see the new Avengers movie? Avengers gets italicized. Or, hey, did you see that article in the New York Times? New York Times is a newspaper, it gets italicized. Okay, there's kind of an asterisk to this rule, which is that when you are handwriting, you don't do italics, you do underline. So my gesture still works. Big works get big marks. Underlined. Please don't try to italicize your handwriting. It just kind of winds up looking goofy. Okay, so big works get big marks. The second half, little works get little marks. By little works, I'm talking about things like poems and short stories, articles, essays, and then smaller things that come inside larger things like chapters in a book or TV show episodes, scenes in a play, or songs from songs in general, but songs in an album. Okay, here's some examples of that. The best song on her first album is definitely Marcy. Marcy gets quotation marks because it's a song. We read Edgar Allan Poe's The Telltale Heart last year. The Telltale Heart gets quotation marks because it's a short story. And my favorite poem is As I Walked Out One Evening. It's a poem, it gets quotation marks. Okay, that's it. Big works get big marks, little works get little marks. Let's get started.